What are some of your rules with collaborating with other YouTubers, or hey, could we meet for lunch and can I just pick your brain about my YouTube channel? And I'm sure you get it all the time.
Yeah.
What are some of your rules?
Yeah, I actually spoke at a thing called Playlist Live about collaboration, because I'm kind of known for I'm known more for my collaborations than I am for my own videos. My rules for collaboration is, if you want to collaborate, bring something to the table. It's like asking someone out on a date and being like, hey, you want to go on a date? Yeah, sure. What do you want to do? I don't know. It's the same thing, and that's kind of the analogy I made down in Florida. Yeah, it's just I want to collaborate. Great. What do you want to do? I don't know. Well, what you're saying is you just want to do something and you want to share audiences, probably sharing more of mine than me getting out of yours. But if you bring me something like, hey, I have access to like a helicopter you want to do with, I'm like, great, I don't even care what it is. It's something that I can't normally do, but I always bring something. I collaborate all the time, but I have scripts, or I have scripts, and I have ways to kind of make it worth their while. There's people that I've, especially in the comedy community, that I've met for lunch, but a lot of times I just say no. I just can't do it all the time. If I met with everyone that wanted to go out to lunch and pick my brain, I would never do anything else. I mean, I've gotten paid to consult and stuff like that, and just like anything, like a paid subscription, my time does have a value, and I put a price on it, whether it's money or otherwise. And for me to I've kind of come up with this kind of like loose guideline of me even working with someone. It's like, if it pays money, that's one thing. If it grows my audience. So it's just like, I'm going to reach an audience I wouldn't normally get. And 3, it's just an awesome project. And if I can get all 3 of those things, that's a jackpot, But I need to have at least one. Otherwise, it's I just can't do it. And if I can hit, all 3 or 2 out of 3, that's great.
That being said, and knowing that many people probably do gravitate towards you and are that I don't know what to do, and it's really about sort of riding off your audience.
Right.
How do you politely turn them down? Because there's so many, we're all sensitive, and we all have egos. And
sure, I mean, and it's not far-fetched, but it's just like I love doing. I mean, I never like this. And sometimes I'm just like, doesn't really fit what I do, but I just really don't have the time. I mean, I'll take it and I'll read it and sometimes and check it out, but for the most part, I really just don't have the I don't have the time or the energy to do it. And they'll get to that point where they won't have the time and energy. Just like I was at a point where I just would say yes to anything. I just wanted to do. And the other people were like, my time's running out. So they'll get to that point where they have to say no as well, I think.
Do you remember that day? Because it's a wonderful, it's like Problems of Prosperity. It's wonderful to have everybody wanting you, but I'm sure there was probably some chaotic moment when you said no more.
Yeah, I remember just like trying to, I was doing improv and I was auditioning, and I was like, I'll tell you, it slowed down just recently, but I remember from January 2nd to maybe the end of February, I shot like 67 videos or 72 videos. It was something like that. I shot a lot of videos in 2 months. It was at that point I was just like, wow, I am doing a lot. They were all great and worth doing, and some were just for me and a lot for other people, but I knew that it was gonna kind of like keep me afloat. I was gonna keep those audiences engaged, keep people looking at my stuff, and keeping me as relevant as possible. But yeah, I hit those things, but I don't really think about it as much now because I have so many other things that I don't care as much about being in front of the camera. In fact, my preference now lately is to be developing and have ownership in something. Sometimes you do a video and literally you do it and you act in it and it's gone. It's somebody else's and it's out in the ether. For me, I want to like create and be part and own something. So that's kind of like my current endeavors, as well as still acting and doing comedy and such.